Hello everyone. So in this episode of the compass bar system tutorial series, I'm going to show you how to add this icon that represents this the game world actor in the compass bar. So as you can see, when I look around or when the other character moves around, the icon that represents that actor is changing on the compass bar like this. So if I'm directly facing it, icon is in the middle. If it is in my right, you can see you understand what's going on here. Alright, so let's see how to do this in this episode. And yeah, before we get started, I'd like to remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects that I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. So I'll leave the links to everything in the description below. And yeah, now let's get back to today's episode. Alright, so this is where we stopped at the last episode. I have this compass bar in the top, but I don't have any markers on it. I just have the compass only. Okay, so now the next step is how to add markers that represent various objects in the game world on the compass bar. Okay, so here, first thing is I'll add a new widget blueprint. I'll call it WBP compass marker. Okay, compass marker. Let me open this, and first I'll add a canvas panel so that we can control where each icons go. And if I open the compass bar widget here, now you can see this compass extends like this. From the middle, it has a 75 downward position, and the length is 800 units. Therefore, let me just add a icon. I already have some icons here. Yeah, this I'll use this. Well, I'll use just this A. Put it under here. It has to be smaller, so maybe something like this. And I'll anchor it to the top middle of the screen. And alignment I'll set to 0.5. So if I make this 0, it is in the center. I'll add 30. Okay, now here, if I make this as I showed before, 800 is the compass width. So if I make this minus 400, it will be in this end, plus 400 it will be in this end. So remember this number 400 because we're gonna need that later on. Okay, now I need to add this into the world that to represent some actor. So to do that, maybe let's do something like this. I'll go back into compass bar. I'll create a new blueprint actor component. See, what's the component? I'll just call it PP compass marker component. Alright, now I'm planning to attach this to an actor. So here we have my NPC characters here. I'll add PP compass marker component. Okay, like this. Now here the begin play of the compass marker, I'll do this: create widget from the type WBP pass compass marker and add to viewport. Okay, now there should be one, yeah, here, one icon that represents player. Okay, but as you can see, when if I rotate around, or even if the target is moving, my character is I don't see any change in the compass marker because we didn't do that yet. I felt like this is too high. Maybe I'll make it 50. Oh, no. Value 40. Well, you can work on whatever the value you want. Okay, I think I like that. Alright, now in order to update the location of the icon, I'll have to do something like this. Here, let me rename this marker. I'll add a new variable. What should I call it? Let's call it tracked actor. The type of actor, blueprint. Right, now and the take, if I have a valid reference to the tracked actor, then using the location of this actor relative to the player character, we can figure out the position that we need to put this icon in order to reflect the real world location of the tracked actor in the compass bar. By real world, I mean the game world, of course. But how do we do that? So first thing is we would need a reference to player character, and then we can get actor location, and from this guy also I can get actor location. Well, let's just to test. Okay, this is not the final calculation. I'll get the final look at rotation, and then on the marker as canvas slot as canvas slot, and then set position. Now the position, we know that this should be 40 because that's what I have used already, and this X. So right now, without considering the direction the character's player controller facing, I'll only consider the relative position of the whatever the enemy that we have, and I first make it work as considering that I'm facing forward. I'm always facing north, just to make things easier. Let's build up on the logic. Okay, so here I break this, no, that, break rotate. We only need your component, and here I need to multiply this yaw minus 180. So I will get 180 and minus 180, a value in between that, and minus 180 should map to 400 because that would make the icon move to this edge. If it is minus 400 this edge, plus 400 this edge. So, and minus 400 would means minus 180 in degrees. Plus 400 should map to plus 180. So here this 400 by 180. Well, later on when you polish the system, you can promote this to a variable and set. This is same as this width of the compass bar, but let's just figure out the math first. And let me put this here. Oh, not into y, to x. Now, what is this? Let me put this in the 0, 0 location. And here is the NPC. I'll disable its AI system temporarily so that I can only focus on figuring out the direction and rotations. Okay, now it should be in the middle if it is correct. Yeah, obviously. Wait, where is the NPC? Okay, we are facing the complete opposite. Why is it inverted? Okay, right now. Okay, see? Now it's here. And what if I move this guy, I move this girl like this? Now it should be on the, well, I was expecting it would be here, but it's not. Alright, actually I didn't set anything to this tracked actor, so let me do that. So here in this compass marker component I can set tracked actor, and I'll set it to get owner. That means whatever the get owner, that means whatever the attached actor will be set as the tracked actor. Attached actor means the actor that this actor component is attached to. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, exactly. Now it's on the east. So similarly, if I move it this way, it should be on the west. Right. And if I move it here, it should be, yeah, it's on the other edge. Okay, now this is correct, but it's not working properly if I rotate. So now if I face character this way, now ideally it should come here. So now to figure that out, how do we do it? Well, let me close other stuff that I don't need right now. Okay, so we can use this. Let me show you. Find angle between two vectors. So basically you have to do well, this is the formula. Cos inverse A dot B, that means dot product divided by vector length of A and vector length of B. So if we use unit vectors, then we can basically disregard this part because that should become 1. Okay, now let's do that. So let Let me delete this. So in order to get the location, get the angle, now we need to consider this. Get from the player character, get control rotation, and from this get forward vector. Okay, now from the actor, well, I still need this. Fine. Oh, not really. We have the actor location. We can find direction, unit direction vector from player to this actor. Now these are the two vectors that we need to consider to find the angle in between, and that should be the angle that I put here. So we can do a dot product between these two, and then a cos, and then put it here. Okay, now let's see. Now it is working. So here, if I look at this guy, oh, we have a bit of a problem here. So basically it doesn't go into the other side, it's always positive. And I know that if I consider the cross product between these two and then break this, if this is larger than 0, this is not something I figured out, I read it online in a post. If this is larger than 0, then this should be minus, otherwise it should be positive. So it should be positive, yeah. So it is larger than 0, multiply it with -1 because that should be a negative value, otherwise +1 because it has to be a positive value. Okay, yeah, let's see. Yeah, now it does go. Now it is basically working, but here you see there is some snapping happening in between. So this snap in the middle, I think that happens because I'm not accounting for this vertical component. I should not consider the vertical component of directional vectors because we only need to consider xy components of the vectors when we calculate this. So I can actually do this. Make vector. Let this, put only these two, and similarly, oh, I forgot, we need to normalize it now. Use that instead. So like this, and do the same thing the other vector as well. Okay, I think there might be some nodes that do all these things at once, but it's better to do it yourself when you need to understand things. Okay, now here, yeah, now there is no snapping in the middle. All right, so that means our system is now basically working. And now if I enable movements for this guy, this should still work. So like this. Okay, now it's moving. Now you can see as he moves around, relative position in the compass bar is changing, as you can see here. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all I want to do in this episode. So in the next episode, let's see how to have custom icons for different actors, and also maybe if we need, we can print the distance to that actor, things like additional information as well, as you see in Assassin's Creed. So alright, let's see how to do those things in next episode. Yeah, thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.